Are you okay?
Huh?
You've just been staring at me.
No, I'm, good. Good.
What the hell was that? No cheer, no local, nothing like that. What the hell was that? Are you kidding me? Now look, you can lose this game. You can lose this game and walk away from it and be like, hey, Toronto brought it. Yes, Matthews is out for this game, so we squandered an opportunity there. Joseph Wall is in, who's mostly cold. He played 1 period, 5 shots last game, but is coming in with all the pressure. You have such a huge opportunity in front of you. And not only do you give the worst effort of the playoffs by far, but you did it in the same damn fashion that is just going to remind everyone of how last year ended. I mean, what was the conversation going into the game? Monty goes, well, let's change some lineups. First of all, obviously, this isn't working after a couple wins in a row. Hey, we couldn't win a face-off. You took your best face-off taker out of the lineup, but you weren't worried about that. You got Brazzers back in. Brazeau, who I actually thought looked pretty good. You could have removed a couple other people other than the one who was using his speed, winning face-offs, playing great defense, but no, that's the guy you want to take out. Your defense completely crumbled, and beyond all of that, no urgency whatsoever. Zero, zilch, till 50 minutes in, right? And then overtime starts and you get great opportunities, but you didn't capitalize on them, much like the end of the third. Opportunities, you didn't capitalize on them. And then they go the other way. And at first I saw this like everyone else did. I saw Grizz getting walked and Tavares whipping the puck to his... No. Actually, I had to take a couple steps back here. Grizz actually played that pretty well. He didn't have a great game, but he played this one pretty well. He had Tavares locked up. He was about to force Tavares a little too wide. And Tavares tries to force feed the front. It goes off the apron, off a skate, and then skitters across. And there's McAvoy just watching. Watches that puck go right by. And yeah, it took a crazy bounce, but hey, get on a body. How about that? Get on a body. And there's Knies who gets to smack it in. And it pisses me off, not because of an individual effort such as McAvoy's, who maybe just get on a body, maybe. But you left it up to that bounce. You left it up to that bounce at the end. You know, I don't talk a lot of basketball. I don't watch a ton of basketball, but I've kept up with the Celtics this year. I have, to a degree. And one thing that gives everyone pause about the Celtics and their great point differential and their great regular season record and all these things that say you should be going to the finals. Can they beat Denver? I don't think so. But you should be going to the finals if healthy. Rip Porzingis. But execution late in the game. That was the concern. Execution late in the game. They do this one-on-one bullshit at the end. If it's a close game, well, Tatum, you're going to go ISO. And then the next one, Brown's going to go ISO. Like, that's just white ISO. That's all they're going to do. The structure, the formality of the actual game falls apart. Suddenly it's hero ball time. That's what this Bruins team is doing. Not so much the hero ball, they still love to overpass, but the fundamentals, the structure, the things that got you here, you could have lost that game. And we could have been like, all right, this gets us nervous, but hey, this is the way the cookie crumbles right now, right? It's not like Toronto was just going to disappear. You still had to win the game. But instead, you went 40 minutes without giving a shit, it seems. Obviously they do. But a terrible effort. The lineups get jammed up. You lost it in a fashion identical to the previous year where you collapsed with a 3-1 series lead. What do you think that does to the team? And now you go back to Toronto. You got to win on their ice, or else it's game 7, and God knows. And I would guess they've got a full lineup at that point. You took 2 shots through the first 20 minutes of the game. 2! You took 2 shots through 20 minutes on a fucking cold goaltender. Why? Where is the thought process on any of this? You can't even tell me, well, the Leafs came out desperate. They came out with energy, sure, but you had nothing to match it. You had nothing to match it. The ice sucked. Yeah, it sucked for them too. You couldn't connect a pass. You couldn't get a clearance to save your life. Nothing. And Lorei, God forbid, he wasn't the biggest problem. He wasn't. But we opened the second period, and every Bruins fan is just like, okay, we got to the first. It's 1-1. We just need to play hockey for 40 minutes, and we might be able to come out of this with a series ender. In the first shift, he told you, he looked you square in the eyes and went, no, you're not getting that. As he has full possession with time and space, wraps around the back of the net and listlessly just rubs that puck into open space, hoping for McAvoy, too far ahead of him for it to really be a puck you can play quickly, giving forecheckers all the time in the world to get in, get a turnover, get a scoring chance. Did they score off that opportunity? No, they didn't. They didn't. But it is a sequence that just shows the bigger picture of exactly where the Bruins were. Timid, afraid to make a mistake. The mentals were gone. All of the fortitude, the impressive fortitude earlier in the series were gone. Are the Bruins screwed? No. I'm just fucking annoyed that that's what we got tonight. The urgency, man. You play a real hockey game there, a real hockey game, who knows how it ends? But you get to walk out of that building with your head held high. After that? I'm sorry, you want me to sit there and feel confident after that? No, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. What have you done in the past 4 years that gives you the benefit of the doubt? Tensions are high. They should be high. What have you done to make us assume that you'll finish it off? Nothing. You have to do it. Prove it to yourselves. Clear the damn puck. Clear the damn puck. I'd really like to start with clear the damn puck. I could just continue to rant. It's 7 minutes already in this. Matthews is out, as I mentioned. His illness is really getting him. Dewar is back in the lineup. Liljegren back in for Brody. I miss Brody. Really like that. Derek Sanderson. Derek Sanderson is your banner captain. That's the effort you just gave Derek Sanderson. Whoo! Brazzers is going to come in for Beecher. We thought Heinen might miss this game, but he did play. Grizz is in for Shattenkirk. He slots in next to Wotherspoon on the third. That pairing was awful. Was awful. I mean, they were all not good. They were all not good. All not good. And the puck drops! Puck drops! And what did we get right away? An absolute travesty from the start. Can't connect on anything. And we're 5.5 minutes in. This is the first note. And I literally wrote, Bruins may as well not even have shown up if this is what they're doing. Can't handle the puck. Players falling over each other. And Grizz in particular had 3 failed exits in the first 5 minutes. He was outdone by Lindholm, who I'm going to keep bringing up, who had one shift where he had 3 failed exits in that one shift in like a 32-second span. Kind of impressive, actually. That was good job by him. Anyway, we're 5.5 minutes in. Domi wins a face-off in our zone after Carlo ices it. He missed the red line by that much. Any 50-50 call in this game went the Leafs' way. I'm not even going to bitch about the refs. I can bitch about the refs if I want to. Because the amount of stuff that they were just like, meh. Oh boy, it was a bad showing. There's going to be a lot of people complaining about the refs in this one. Not the reason we lost. Not the reason we lost. Had we actually had effort and urgency, I would be more critical of the refs. But it's hard to draw calls when you ain't doing shit. And then in the big moments, it looks like whatever Keefe wanted to do, the refs worked. They could do whatever they wanted to Marchand, including, I will get there. I guess we'll just get there. Domi wins a faceoff in our zone, and it's left point. Marner jumps on it, flicks it quickly to McCabe, who's going to blast this through a seeing eyes bullshit screen. It gets through blocker side. It's 1-0. We had lost, I think Domi went something like 11-2 or something along those lines. Actually, I should be able to tell you at least his face-off percentage. I'm not planning on doing any edits in this. 85% from the dot. We got crushed in the face-off dot. 60% to our 60.4% to our 39.6 with the final numbers. It was way worse than that through the first 30 minutes. We're gonna move on. 6:06 left in the period, and it's the second shot of the period for the Bruins. The second shot through 14 minutes on a cold goaltender. Did you have no game plan? Did you not talk about it before the game? Monty's going to get crushed for this one, by the way. He's going to get annihilated. And when he goes to Ullmark for Game 6, even though Swayman just had an unbelievable game, dude's going to get roasted. And honestly, he deserves some of it. Either way, it's our second shot of the period. But the Bruins finally decide to simplify. And Grizz had some good plays in this one. I don't want to say he was all bad. Grizz gets to the red line and dumps it in. And Boquist gets behind the net, disturbs Benoit enough to slow him down, allowing Maroon to get in front of him. He tries to clear it, Benoit. It bounces off of Maroon's skate over to Frederick, who's just standing in the slot, and he's going to slam this glove side before Wall really has a chance to react. And it's 1-1. Your only goal of the game came off of a lucky bounce off a skate 14 minutes into the game. Without Matthews on the ice, by the way. You had a chance to beat this team when their best player is literally shitting himself. I can't believe that's what you came out with. I can't believe that's the effort we got. I'm literally stunned. Giving them all this life. 5:07 left. Bertuzzi dies in front of our net from a Carlo cross-check. Was it a cross-check? Absolutely. Players go down real easy in this series. We kill the penalty. Shots are, as I said, after the first, 12-2 for the Leafs. The shot attempts are 30-7. Shot attempts meaning though they count ones that don't hit the net or are blocked, or the ones that hit the net. Hit the goalie, I should say. 30-7. We knew they'd come out with urgency. And I'd love to be able to tell you that the Bruins just couldn't match their urgency, couldn't match that for the first period because we knew they'd be tenacious. But they weren't that tenacious. The Bruins simply did not have it in any area through the first period. And the second period starts. And 28 seconds in, Nylander's going to go for tripping. We're going to go to the power play. We took one shot during that power play, but it was not a real scoring chance by any means. And they aren't paying attention as the penalty expires. This is another play that's really going to bother you because the penalty expires. What happens when a penalty expires? That player who was in the penalty box on the opposite side of where the benches are gets to step on the ice. Something that I'm pretty sure every professional player in the league knows. I would hope. Penalty expires. We go for a 5-person line change. Walt Toronto has the puck. The details, the fundamentals, the structure that got you here, gone. Every bit of it. Nothing between the ears. Every bit of it. Nylander gets a breakaway and gets stoned by Swayman, who did show up to play. He did show up to play. You are crushing this guy's confidence in any overtime game, by the way, with your shit play. But hey, he came to play. 15 seconds later, Maroon's going to go for interference. Sway kills this one. We don't kill it. Sway kills it. And I mean, he really kills it with a couple sure things that should have gone in, and they didn't because Sway was playing out of his mind. Out of his mind. About 5 minutes in, a couple of bad turnovers by Pasta leads to an extended ozone time for the Leafs. It results in Pasta blocking a shot This was a really scary moment because he awkwardly falls back on his leg, and he has to make his way to the bench. We thought he was going to miss a couple shifts. He ended up not really. He got double shifted after that, too, with the fourth line. So he was fine, but it was a scary moment. Still 1-1. 22 seconds left of the second period. A terrible shift by Lindholm. That's the one that has the 3 turnovers in a small span of time. It leads to a blitz breaking out after Swayman has to make another save. After the scrum, Coyle and Marchand and Edmondson are all going to the box. Riley, who is cross-checking Coyle in the face, basically, is not going to go. I have no idea how the Bruins are shorthanded after this one. It is insane. I don't understand a lot of the refereeing in this one. I don't understand it. Either way, we have to kill it. Do your job. And they kill it. They start the third period with 1:38 on the penalty kill. They kill it. And then 7:29 in, an intense sequence between Holmberg and Marchand result in both of them going to the box. Please ignore the blatant holding call on Coyle just seconds before this whistle blew, stopping him from a scoring chance from behind the net. So that was super fun. 4v4 for 2. I'm really not blaming the refs. I just am annoyed at the refs, and I think I'm allowed to do that. 5:05 left, a long 2-on-1 after Coyle turns it over on the blue line. He was having such a good play, too. This was such a good shift until it wasn't. It's perfectly executed by Domi, who gets the pass over Carlos' stick. Bertuzzi goes middle glove, and Swayman saves it. Oh, man, what a save that was. They listed it as save of the game. He gets across so fast, just gets it. What a game by Swayman. What a gorgeous, gorgeous man that is. We're going to overtime. 2:26 in. And this is another thing that bothers me. In the third period, late in the third period, there was a post and out by Coyle. There was a Freddie, huge chance coming across the front of the net and tries to dunk it around, and Wall makes a great save. Give him credit on that one. The overtime period starts, and the Bruins have multiple great chances, and they can't bury them. And honestly, if you're only going to play for 13 minutes of this game, you shouldn't have won. If you scored there, great. I'd be elated. Don't get me wrong. I'd be cooking this team right now. I would be. I genuinely believe that my tone and demeanor would be very similar with a win in this. Because the confidence for the second round wouldn't have been very high. But hey, the confidence for the first round just took a major hit. Can we get there? Can we get to the second? We can do it. We just need to not suck. Is the problem. We need to not suck. And this team does not suck. They can do it. Anyway, a couple huge chances. The biggest one might have been, it wasn't the biggest one, but the coolest one, Marchand dekes through multiple defenders to get a chance. Wall goes down. He's about to snap this over blocker side. And he is blatantly hooked across the chest. The stick's still there. Puck skitters away. And back the other way goes Toronto. They'll end up holding up in the neutral zone, and then they'll start skating. And Tavares is just going to start his way down the right wall. We've already broken this play down. Grizz tries to force him to the outside, off the apron, off a skate, across McAvoy, just going, there's a puck there. And there's Nyes, who gets the backdoor smack in. You left it up to a bounce. And you know what's weird? We could consider this game notes at this point. That's your final. I honestly was sitting there going, we might actually get out of this series without needing a pasta game. We haven't had a pasta game yet. And the Terriers line has done a really great job against pasta, but he's taken shifts against other lines. We need our superstar guy to be a superstar. We really need that. Badly. So badly. I can't believe this is the effort we got tonight. I'm not going to be one of those fans that's like, I am personally insulted. But I'm frustrated. I don't know what that conversation is behind closed doors. It better be brutal. What an opportunity. You were in this game that whole time playing that bad. You were playing like ass. You were donkey cheeks up there. And you were still one shot away from winning that game. Look, if you're Swayman sitting there, do you just have permanent middle fingers up just around the room? Hey, thanks, guys. Thanks. Remember Game 7 last year? Backstopped you guys to a win, and then a lucky bounce off McAvoy's stick with 58 seconds left ties it? We still can't win a damn game in overtime, man. I believe in this team. 2 more cracks at the can. Hopefully they get it done in the next one. But you want to talk about wasted opportunities. I can't think of a more opportune moment for the Bruins. My mind's stuck on that word, I guess. This was as easy as it was going to get. And the Leafs were letting you. They were letting you stick around. They wanted to lose it. They obviously didn't want to lose it. But you know what I mean? They were letting you stay. They were letting you stay 1 shot away from winning. Swayman was keeping you in it. Not good enough. And honestly, the effort wasn't good enough. Effort's a weird thing. Because you know they care. You know they're trying to empty buckets out there. But effort's a weird thing. And sometimes it's just not there. This was easily the worst effort from the Bruins this postseason. What an abysmal game. And for what it's worth, what a shit hockey game in general. Thanks for having me sit through that just to feel like this. Atrocious. Any adjective that is negative, throw them out. Just chuck them out. Chuck them at the team. I bet they fit. I don't, from top to bottom too. Monty, the assistant coaching staff, the refs, the players. I'll include myself. Shit effort. Bad. I'm so disappointed. And I genuinely believe that if that game had ended in a loss, but was a real Bruins game, I think I'd be able to swallow that pill a lot easier. I don't think I would have gone full fucking dangle to start this one. Yeah, sorry for shouting at you guys. I'm just upset. What a pathetic game. All right, well, that does it for me. Go Bees. Go Bees! And once again, it's time to give shout-outs to those who are keeping the lights on for this channel. We got to shout out our top line tier to start. Let's start with Erica Poli, Colin Nolan, Len Krusevich, The Bugman, Brock Nope, Han Slomo, Chris and Erica, Coach D, The Atomic Lizard, Bradley Johnson, Aaron Adams, Just Aaron, Darren Woodbury, Brett Arney, Pinsent, and Nick Zatrullo. You guys and gals are absolute studs. But we can't mention the studs without mentioning the Stallions, our all-star tier, high-quality inspectors, John Kirk, Jacob Pratt, Heil E. Coyote, Adam Ella, Bruin Smash, Tupton D. Tashi, Joel, Abraxion, DeKingery, The Only Newts, A Tasty Snack, Doots42, and Jeremy. I can't say thank you enough. I appreciate all the support. You're absolute legends, stallions, whatever great adjective we can work in here. Thank you, everyone, from the depths of my heart. And go Bees!